Do you think that we are in an era where we need to leverage technology? So we're going to be sharing with you a lot of great ideas on how to leverage technology. And if you're liking this content, please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to ring the notification button so that you don't miss anything. And absolutely, please make sure to comment. We haven't seen many comments here. We will make sure that every comment is replied. So let's just get started.
Leverage technology. Whether we like it or not, human beings are limited. In fact, there's a saying that goes, "I'm only human," and that's true. But what's so great about humans is that we have technology, we have something else that can help us get further ahead. Steve Jobs, in his autobiography, spoke about the study that he read about how human beings compared to other animals are way low on efficiency and performance. But then that same study with a human being on a bicycle way outperformed other animals. And Steve Jobs compared that to a computer. But that wasn't the whole picture. There's also hardware and software. Today we leverage hardware like iPhones and Macs and that sort of thing. That's just a hardware component. And that's like using a tool like a hammer or something like that. But what we haven't studied is the impact of software. Software is way more powerful than hardware. Eventually hardware is going to be much less important than software is. In fact, if you're trying to get ahead, if you're trying to build something massive, you know, some of the most massive companies today are software companies, Oracle, Google, Alibaba, etc., etc. But if you're trying to improve your life, if you're trying to grow your firm or your company, you have to leverage software such as Slack, Gmail, WeChat, you know, all these platforms, even Evernote, allow you to leverage your mind, to leverage your software, your own personal software, so you can remember things, so that you can communicate over long distance. If you're not leveraging software for your business or for yourself, you're putting yourself in a much more compromising position in a competitive world, in a competitive, changing world.
I can't remember what, I think it was a video we showed yesterday, was saying that only 40% of people are able to work from home as effectively as they are able to go into an office. Everybody else has some bricks and mortar relationship business where they have to see people, have to work with people. So the faster you can start thinking about things differently, and the faster you can get out there, the better the opportunity of you being seen as a pioneer of something new and people wanting to work with you.
Yeah. In the speaker industry, right now, the topic of software is very important. I mean, we were just talking about it a moment ago, which is about how are we going to be having those virtual events. I always, and this is also an advice that I can provide for you, every time that you are looking for answers, don't look for answers inside of your own industry. Always look for answers outside your own industry. Because what you're going to happen is that you can cross-pollinate those industries and you will be able to get answers. Now, this is the film industry. And you're going to see how they are already creating virtual film festivals. And I think this technology is going to be very similar to what the event industry is going to be doing very soon. Have a look.
Film festivals have become a vital part of our culture. It's where we discover films, where we meet new creative friends and celebrate emerging artists. But times are changing. We need to keep making connections, now more than ever. But the question is, how do we do that here? How do you make festivals more than just a link? We're taking the eventful energy of festivals and making that possible online. The same connections, the same premieres, but supercharged with our virtual streaming and conferencing technology. With Filmocracy's virtual festival hosting, your guests will be able to explore your unique festival village and feel the excitement of mingling before premieres, chatting with the directors, picking up the latest swag in the exhibition hall, all while having multiple opportunities to provide engagements for your sponsors. So what are you waiting for? Join the evolution of virtual film festivals.
This will allow so many more people to get more access to the real decision makers at every event. Because if you are doing it from home, you'll find you can see the actors as close as you and I are looking at each other. And you'll find you'll get from the director exactly what the vision was. It's a different experience, but we're all used to watching things on our phone. So it's not that challenging to be able to experience it in the first place.
I feel that this is going to be exactly what is going to be happening also on the event industry. Now, on the event industry, we have seen several platforms, several softwares, because every time that we talk about platform, I mean, something weird comes up. It's a hard thing to describe a platform. So if we actually just think about it, the software, this is a very interesting piece of software. Have a look. Very cool, isn't it?
Amazing. And what I love about that is the rendering is better than most of the platforms I've looked at. Most people have gone for a kind of Nintendo Wii style representation of people. So they've got like big heads and little bodies and stuff. That looks very lifelike, as much as you can get considering the technology.
Absolutely. And I think that also includes a little bit of VR and MR, mixed reality. And you know, did you notice that's actually based, the footage is actually based from Dubai now, because I know many hotels there in Dubai, that for me looks like the Kempinski Hotel in the Mall of the Emirates.
I saw bits of hotels in it. The bit where, before you walked in to take a right, where you have the bald guy standing there, it looks like the elevators in the Burj Al Arab. You know, when you walk in before you go, it looks very much like where you got up to the top of the stairs. So it might be a virtual mixture of places, but it felt so much like the plush luxury and the gold standard of what you get in a Dubai hotel. And I think that really does change the game. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really enjoyed it, then make sure you watch one of these two videos afterwards. And Ernesto, why are you staring up the top of my head?
Dave, your hair is actually thinning out.
Well, if it is, it's about the only thing getting thin on this show.
Here on this side, we have some more amazing videos for you to watch.